With the release of the 20th anniversary celebration video of the Naruto anime, Studio Pierrot animated some key moments in the Naruto series with this new contemporary style of animation. I've already discussed in a previous video if a new Naruto anime would be possible, and today I would like to discuss something different. If this anime was made, would it work? Would the new animation style even fit the Naruto series?
Excellent question.
The original Naruto anime had a very particular art style to it, especially part 1 before the time skip. It was very unique, and we can all tell that it's very different from what they did in the celebration video. It had more grit. Of course, it wasn't as polished as new animes are. The backgrounds could be a little shaky at times, but the characters felt intense where they were drawn. I honestly do not feel the same when I look at this new style of animation. And the same thing can also be applied to Naruto Shippuden, to a lesser extent. When we get towards the end of Naruto Shippuden, the animation is much newer. It didn't end that long ago, but still the animation in Naruto Shippuden, even at the end of the series, was pretty different from the animation we saw in the celebration video. The character designs were a little different. They had more rounded shapes to them. The angles of the drawings were not as sharp, something that I really liked in the original anime/manga. And this is something we kind of see a lot in modern day anime, especially action-oriented anime. The characters a little bit more rounded. And honestly, I'm not so sure if this polishment that they've done to the animation would actually work for Naruto. Sure, the animation is extremely fluid, which is something good, but you cannot feasibly expect that every single moment in the entire series would have that fluidity, especially when you're talking about Studio Pierrot. This is not something they would do. I don't like the blood in this new animation. It looks a little weird. I think it's CG blood. I'm not sure. It just looks a little off to me. They use more of it, to be honest, especially when Sasuke smashes Danzo with a Susanoo hand. There's a lot of blood in that scene. It's much more akin to the manga version of the scene, which has a lot of blood, than in the original anime version. However, I don't really like that blood. It seems too glossy, too strange. It doesn't look like blood. Also, the animation overall kind of looks like your average isekai anime, like Sword Art Online, and all those other stupid isekai copies that have the same exact animation, and all the characters look the same, and all the fight scenes look the same, and it looks generic and boring. That's honestly the feeling I got from watching the Naruto celebration video, which isn't a very good thing, I suppose. Some people in the comment section of that video I mentioned before said that, yeah, it would be fun to see a new animation style for Naruto, maybe even for some specific parts like the Pain versus Naruto fight, which I don't understand. That fight was the best animation in the series. Sure, it had some goofy things, because that particular animator likes to stretch the animation to its limits. But the Six Tails vs. Pain was probably the most expensive Naruto episode and the best animated Naruto episode as well. I should probably make an entire video about that one day, but still, other people mentioned that they should get other studios to draw the Naruto anime, like the Ufotable studios that make Demon Slayer, but please don't do that, because Demon Slayer is complete and utter garbage. People think it looks good, but it looks kinda terrible. Okay, let me explain myself a little bit better. My hatred for Demon Slayer is not because of the Demon Slayer animation. It's for many other things, but not that. The animation is good, obviously. It's well animated, but I think the art style is ugly. This is completely personal. I would understand if you think Demon Slayer looks gorgeous, but I just think it looks terrible. With all those CGI powers, the characters are weird and ugly. I don't like the animation style, and it would be terrible for a Naruto adaptation. And I know a lot of people are gonna dislike the video because of that, but it's the truth. And this is not even possible, because they would never change from Studio Pierrot Pierrot anyway. So I think we lose that gritty feeling we had from the original animation if we do a new one. And if you do the old one, why would you even do the remake? It would be much easier to simply cut all the filler and fluff they've inserted in. Honestly, if they made this deluxe version, like Naruto Kai, into a real thing, not just a fan thing, it would be very successful, I believe. Many people would consume it because it's something that's very bad in the entire series. A lot of filler, and not just the fillers that we know are fillers, like Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura with rabbit ears, but also things that people are not aware that are filler, like Sora, like Gurren. Those two arcs are complete filler, and also filler that's inserted into canon scenes slash episodes, like almost every single Konohamaru scene. Whenever you're watching a canon Naruto episode and there's a scene that's dragging on for too long and you feel bored by it, I guarantee you it's a filler scene inserted in just to make the episode longer, because the Naruto manga has a very quick pace. Another big problem that this remake would face if it was ever made, and this is not really concerning animation, but what would you do about the voice actors? Because depending on how much time they wait to do it, well, the voice actors get older, their voices change, and therefore they're not gonna be able to do the same voice for the same characters. Also, some voice actors would die because people tend to do that. For example, the Kisame voice actor has unfortunately passed away, so you would have to recast Kisame from the get-go or use the same recordings that were used in the original anime, which I am not against, honestly. If I was the director, if I was in charge of this remake, I would simply use the same recordings from the original series. Maybe bring in the same voice actor if you want to do a couple of extra things here and there, but I wouldn't try to recast because it would seem so jarring. I mean, can you imagine Naruto or Sasuke with other voices? It's simply impossible. Maybe some voice actors can get very close to the original voice actor, but it wouldn't be the same thing, and I would be very annoyed at that. And I am obviously talking about the Japanese voice actors here, because if you watch Naruto dub, you are simply wrong.
Yeah, the dub voice actors are so crazy. They do much better in Japanese. Madara's voice is great.
You are simply wrong. If I was in charge of this remake, if they told me you have to do this, how are you gonna do it, I would try to remain as faithful to the original animation style as possible while still making it very fluid and more detailed, and I would use the same voice acting recordings from the original series. But this is just what I would do. I don't know what they would do, and I would like to know if you guys have better ideas of how to approach this remake, if you think the animation looks gorgeous in the celebration video, or if you think they shouldn't do this at all. Watch this video here for more content like this. Subscribe to this channel if you've enjoyed my content. Like this video too to help me out. And thanks for watching.